Started coming out, so you better get the party started. Coming out. Hey, football. Hi, football. I would like you to meet Cole Kmet. Kmet, football. Football Kmet in hands. Touchdown. Cole Kmet season. Let's get this party started, right?
I want to see Nick Chubb. No Cole Kmet. Right.
Nick. So
go ahead.
To start off the show, the biggest news of the day, are we waiting to see what happens with Lamar Jackson within the next 10 minutes, 20 minutes, right? They have a 10 o'clock game. So I know Tony has him in a lineup. I have him in a lineup. So we're watching the Lamar Jackson news because that might impact everybody on the Ravens to go along with that game. You have him as well, Mike?
I have one Raven. His name is Lamar Jackson. Across all my teams, he's the only Raven I freaking own, man.
All we know is he does not have COVID. He's sick. He did not practice, Wednesday? He did not practice Thursday. He practiced Friday. Yesterday during walkthroughs, he did not practice, and then it's a true game time decision. So, but
maybe it's going to be like one of them MJ flu games for Lamar.
Yeah, and that's my thing is if he's playing and they're not going to put him on inactive, and he's actually going to play, I'm starting him. That's me because an 80% Lamar Jackson is probably better than some of the quarterbacks in the league, right? So I'll take him. Another big news, Kyler Murray is not playing today. Colt McCoy will start again for that. So if you guys set your lineups as well with that. Other than that, we had a big trade this weekend in the war zone of attrition between the three of us. We should. Mike is happy because he got Nick Chubb for me, but it's all good because I moved some pieces around this morning, and I feel that we're ready because today is our trade deadline in that league. So we had to get ready for the playoffs, and that league is really close in the standings.
Yes, sir. We had to. Let's slow down. We got an hour and some change with the people. I would like the arcade kid. Who's the culprit here? Whose microphone is too close to their speaker, Joe?
Test. There it goes. Better.
Okay. Arcade kid, what's up? Love it. Love that name. Love the picture of the old man angel. It's beautiful. I want to talk about Lamar Jackson for a second because this is a situation where it's like it feels like it's not just like a cold. Like it's not COVID. He's been sick several times. So I'm more so worried about just the player, like somebody who I really enjoy watching play football, who I've rooted for, who I nicknamed was going to start the new Jackson 5 when he got Rashad Bateman and Hollywood Brown. Like I was like ready for J.K. Dobbins, and then it all started falling apart. And Lamar's basically been moonwalking by himself all season, dragging that team to wins. And now it's like, is it like, I don't know I don't know, but it feels like something way worse than just like a cold is keeping Lamar. Lamar Jackson's a superhero. It's not the sniffles. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not a upper respiratory infection. Doesn't affect them the same way it affects me and Joe. We can't breathe, can't talk. All we do is cough. Like it's Lamar freaking Jackson. So I'm worried about this.
It's very worrisome because even if he does pull through and play today, like is he at 100%? You know, it's tough. It's almost tougher to play really sick than it is to even play with an injury. At least the injury, you can kind of fully prepare yourself. Take the right kind of painkillers and medicine and everything you need to do to give yourself the best chance to perform through it. With an illness, it can just like at halftime, he could just be like, I can't go anymore. I'm out of energy.
Yeah. especially if it's your lungs. Like it's better to have sort of like a tight, calf or hamstring or something. If you can't breathe, you can't do anything. Like you're not going to be able to compete out there. So
especially his style of play too. He's a very high energy quarterback. He's moving around a lot.
Omar, what's up, man? Randy Pepperton says
Randy?
Good morning, gents and Mike. Lamar's not playing by J. Arguata.
It's a little low blows, Randy.
So I've just checked again. I've been checking, like we said, we've been checking all morning until the inactives come out within the next 5 minutes. I'm not going to tell you for sure. Ian Rappaport has not came out and said it, but other people from NFL Network are starting to come out and say that he's not playing. Yeah, I think he plays. That's my quarterback. So Jedi Mind Tricks is saying Renee's calling for the Jordan flu game as well. So they're saying that what's her name? Somebody from the NFL Network has came out and said she's not playing, but that he's not playing. But he is walking in. Lamar Jackson arrived. There's a video of him arriving at Soldier Field where he's questionable. But Taylor Huntley is the backup. Is that what it is?
I have him. Good thing I've stashed him all season because I just was scared to death that something like this would happen at some point in the season.
But they did say he is on the field. Right here, PPF 55 seconds ago. Lamar Jackson is reportedly not doing well enough to play, per Josina Anderson.
Josina! I
hate you, Josina.
So that's big news going on. Adam Scheffler, no, Ian Rappaport. When Ian Rappaport tweets it, then I'll believe it. Because
do you think that Tyler Huntley, this kid isn't a bad football player. This guy can ball. He just doesn't really have the arm. He's a pure runner, really. Sincerely, he's a pure runner, like we talk about Lamar, which Lamar isn't. But do you think this guy can still beat the Bears today? I thought the Ravens were gonna have a bounce back game and go off today.
Tony and I were talking about that earlier, and Tony said yes.
Let's go Huntley then. I'm putting him in.
Because I was like, go ahead.
I like Huntley a lot. I think as far as fantasy-wise, right? Like they'll run a lot of options, and especially if Latavius Murray can go, that makes that threat a little bit more credible. The Bears lost Khalil Mack for good, so that hurts their defense a little bit. Honestly, overall, though, with the Ravens, like if this is something that just continues to linger and not be there, like are the Ravens making the playoffs? Are the Ravens still like a team to compete for the Super Bowl? Like how many times is dude going to be sick and now it's to the point where it's hold him out of the game? I'm worried for Lamar Jackson.
I think they're going to the playoffs no matter what at this point. Even with Huntley, if he plays the rest of the season, I trust in Harbaugh to put game plans together. They only got to win like 2 or 3 more games to really make it if they win today. But they will not be a Super Bowl contender without Lamar Jackson.
I don't think
they will not. Also, they will not win a quarter in the playoffs without Lamar Jackson.
No.
They're barely winning the games now, and he's dragging them to the finish line and almost like every win they've had, except for the one against the Chargers, where they pretty much boat raced them from jump.
Him and J-Tuck carrying the back.
So last week in fantasy football, we saw a bad week for quarterbacks. Horrible week for quarterbacks, right? Every quarterback, I think there was only like 1 or 2 that actually got over the 20-point mark in that. This week, we're dealing with a lot of quarterbacks with injuries. So we already talked about Lamar Jackson. We already talked about Kyler Murray not starting for the 3rd time. Baker Mayfield is hurting, right? And then if you have Aaron Rodgers, they're saying be wary of his toe injury. So there's already more injuries going on in this week. Are we worried about all quarterback like we already saw a big step in quarterbacks taking a big step back in fantasy and not being as relevant this year, especially like in the draft and stuff like that. We've already been pushing not to draft them, but now like in trades and stuff, you've seen these quarterbacks get traded and just been like thrown in. Are quarterbacks becoming more of the less amount or not? How do I word it that they're not as important as a position in fantasy football anymore?
Well, it's already going down because there is the disparity between QB1 and QB15 is not the same as RB1 and RB15. That's a huge difference between those two. So it already was going down. And if this theory that you're coming up with is true, I have an excuse for going 5-5 with a superhuman team now. So I drafted 2 quarterbacks in the 1st round. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, you are an idiot for drafting 2 quarterbacks in the first round, but you've done a great job of ripping people up. I want to get to a couple of things real quick. One of them is RC. I like that joke when we were saying Josina Anderson, and he was like John Cena. But I like that.
There it is,
RC.
Tony.
That
There it is, right
laugh.
there.
What, buddy? I just threw an elbow at my fish.
Lamar Jackson out. Okay.
Dang it, man.
That hurts me on so many different levels right there. The other thing is, yes, Joe, I think there's some credence to what you're saying, or what you were trying to string together. And
It was yeah, you got to put the circle together. You got to like.
You're basically saying like QBs are becoming even less valuable because the chance of them staying healthy and outperforming other QBs every single week is going lower and lower and lower with every season.
Well, imagine if you picked Omar's Kyler Murray in like the second round, and he's now going to miss his 3rd straight game. You know, like if your QB has to play all 17 games if you draft him that high, and also has to deliver like a huge number. Otherwise, it's not like I drafted Patrick Mahomes in a 2 QB league, and he sank my team for the first half of the season because he had so many duds. When I could have taken Jonathan Taylor at that spot. I could have, I don't know who I would have taken there, maybe Alvin Kamara or somebody, but whoever it was would have been giving me better production had I then just waited until the second round and taken 3rd round, taken Jalen Hurts or something, Yeah, I'll never draft a QB in the first round, and I only have ever done it in a 2 QB league, and I'll never do it again.
Jedi, Lamar Jackson is not playing. Lamar Jackson is not playing. Ian Rappaport said he is out.
Rap sheet. We trust Rap
Go back
sheet.
up to Jetty's comment up there. He's saying Carr or Tua. I picked up Tua in the league where I have Lamar Jackson, Jetty. I actually think Carr could be good at home. I think Carr could have a nice game against the Bengals.
I'm now taking Lamar Jackson out of my roster right now. And I'm going to take Bateman out.
This is like my fucking hell right here. If I die and go to hell, they're going to put me in this decision every single week. Carr, Tua, and I have to keep making decisions every single week. This is the first time I'll ever take Tua in a situation.
I don't know. Tony loves Huntley. How much do you love Huntley this week?
I love Huntley. In the preseason, he had like 3 5-touchdown games. I know it's the preseason, but the good players should score 5 touchdowns in the preseason. So he did what he should do at least.
Yeah, he dominated. So I like him. I don't like him enough to spot start him if there's other guys out. You have Tua versus the Jets. Like Jetty said, he's got Carr versus the Bengals. I like Tua more in this situation, but I don't think if you're leaning towards Carr or for whatever reason you hate your life and you're a Raiders fan, you could start Derek Carr and be just fine.
Well, I had to find me a quarterback. And so do I start Carson Wentz against the Buffalo Bills? Because that's my backup right now, or do I look at the waiver wire? Or I've told you there's Daniel Jones, Trevor Siemian, Joe Flacco, Jimmy G, Big Ben, Baker Mayfield, Tyrod Taylor, Justin Fields, Cam Newton, Trevor Lawrence, Tyler Heineke, Colt McCoy, and Tim Boyle.
Joe, I didn't like really any of those.
Me neither.
So put Wentz in. Screw it. There might be some garbage time. He just throws the ball up, and Michael Pittman catches some touchdowns.
Don't listen to him. I would not. He's trying to sabotage you. He basically just hung a Joe Morley sucks sign around his neck and said, "Hey, start Carson Wentz."
Joe Morley sucks signs. What are you talking about, Tony?
I would not start Carson Wentz against the Bills. I dropped him against Mike in a league, and I'm starting Jimmy G.
Oh, no. Okay, last week you guys told me Russell Wilson over Matt Ryan. Russell Wilson got. We told you. We got it right.
We were right. We were right, Odo.
That's
the
kind
what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
This is that decision right there is like walking blindfold through a backyard full of dog shit. We just got lucky and missed. Like
no, don't say that, Tony. If we were making those little
the better of the 2 garbage bags, we took the best one.
If we were making one of those little reels where it's like, ding, got that one right. Ding, got that one right. This one would be like a mega ding, 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 ding. Landed it.
Who do you want, Russell Wilson or Matt Ryan? Of course, Russell Wilson.
This week,
Hey,
Russell Wilson. I hope you didn't play Matt Ryan because that probably would be bad right now.
Well, he said that if we didn't get it right, we were gonna have to give him all his money back and all that stuff too. So,
Oh yeah, he did. He did demand.
Okay, so as far as running backs go, Mitchell for San Francisco is out. My other two choices are Adrian Peterson or Hines, but they play against Buffalo, which has the number one run defense. The Colts play against Buffalo. Titans are playing Houston. Which one are you guys taking?
That's so tough.
It's not tough at all.
I think I'm still
rolling with Hines.
Yeah, I'm still rolling with Hines too.
You just told me not to start Carson Wentz, and now you're going.
It's different though. He's like a check down back. It's actually built for him to get more work today.
Exactly. It's why I like J.D. McKissick today too. For anybody who has him, I feel like the run defense. Didn't you just trade him? The run defense for the Panthers is decent, so it'll be interesting.
Well, I have him my
Burp, derp, slurp, burp. Yeah, I'm criminally insane.
I got him in my 32 man, Tony. I need to win that league.
Photo back. He's back because of the great advice we gave him last week to start Russell Wilson over Matt Ryan. So what's up, guys? We just give this advice out there. We're just handing it out here.
Photo, thank you. You're the best. Really appreciate that. And your question, go with Hines, and we'll revisit this next week. And if Adrian Peterson goes for 18 yards and 2 touchdowns, I'm sorry, but that's what I think it could be. Even without Jeremy McNichols, who sounds like an 80s sideline reporter, he's out with a concussion. So you got the Deontay Foreman revenge game. Maybe he's out there in your waiver wire and you pick him up.
What the hell are you even talking about? Never even think that those words would be together. Deontay Foreman revenge game.
But it is.
We'll see.
They threw this man to the curb after he tore his Achilles tendon. That is, you feel strong. He's going to shake his dreads in the end zone.
It was a very long time ago.
So let me answer some questions. I know Renee asked us earlier if Donovan Peoples-Jones was active. He's inactive, as you can tell right here by the Cleveland Browns. Baltimore Ravens. There it is. Lamar Jackson, Marquise Brown. On their inactive list.
That's painful.
Chicago Bears, Allen Robinson, Damian Williams, out. Jared Goff, of course, we already know is out for the Detroit Lions. Green Bay Packers, Aaron Jones, Alan Lazard, Jacksonville, Minnesota, New York Jets, and New England Patriots are all on the list, but Patriots already played. So there you go. That's so far right now of the inactives.
You know what's crazy, Tony, is that league I traded for A. Jones in. It's like super stacked. I picked up A.J. Dillon as a handcuff like way early before anyone was on him. And now I'm kind of like, I want A.J. to just rock the rest of the year because A. Jones splitting was not working out.
Well, I think there was a lot of reasons why Aaron Jones wasn't working out, but the split definitely doesn't hurt. I love that there's a Tony Tucker burner account in here. Fantastic. Thank you. You made my morning with that. All right, to the chat. I have a question for you guys. I have an empty bench spot, and one thing I like to do before the game is pick up a backup in case the starter gets injured and just have him on my bench for next week. I have the choice of Samaje Perine, Trey Sermon, or Khalil Herbert. Anybody, feel free in the chat. Perine, Herbert, or who's the other one? Sermon. Those are the 3.
Let the chat decide it.
And I'll let the chat decide who I use that extra spot on.
The chat shall decide.
This is so frustrating. Only Lamar Jackson in one league out. I wonder who they're bringing up. Are they bringing back Kyle Bowler? Trace McSorley? Is he going to dress?
Trace McSorley.
Isn't he like a legend on the internet?
Trace McSorley starting?
No. Trace McSorley is being active off the practice squad. So if Huntley goes down, Trace McSorley comes in.
just double checking and keep an eye on the reports that Huntley is starting. We saw
Huntley's starting.
The Lions did that weird thing with bringing
Jonathan's asking. Did you guys see Jonathan's asking about the tight end? Should he start Goddard at tight end or go with Gesicki against the Jets?
I thought Goddard was out concussion. Is that not on that injury report? Was that not? Is he back? Are we not in the with the treaty and the nest?
Even if he's in, I think I'm going Gesicki.
Yeah, I think
Goddard just signed that new big deal, right?
Yeah, I did see that.
He did, but Gesicki had 0 catches last week on 6 targets. I like the idea of that. Eagles are more committed to running the ball, although Miles Sanders is back, and for whatever reason, when Miles Sanders is back, they decide not to run the football. So I would still go with Mike Gesicki. It's Jalen Waddle and Gesicki. I'm desperately starting Albert Wilson in a league today. But yeah, I'm good. I'm good with that. Johnny Carletto. What's good, Carletto? Are you putting foots in Scotty today? Scotty's not here, being a good family man. Miss him. Wish he was here to. You know what? I didn't go back and watch last week, but him and I had several disagreements last week in last week's show, and I would assume that I was right, because if I was wrong, you know who would have come and talked to me about it? Scotty. You know how many messages I got? 0 messages from Scotty. So I assume that I won more than I lost last week. I'm just going to live like that. That's a lesson for all the kids out there. Just create your own history, even if it's wrong.
I want to address this real quick.
Yeah,
if Denver doesn't draft a quarterback, they should trade for Mariota, Gardner Minshew, or Trubisky. I put a video up about Derek Carr, and I was being sad about Derek Carr not winning the MVP, and all the stupid Mariota talk has come back out. And I hate those Raider fans, the ones that think that Mariota is the best up-and-coming Jesus Christ himself, reincarnation. I hate that. If Mariota was good enough to start in the NFL, somebody would have already traded for him, or he wouldn't have taken the pay cut in the offseason and come back to the Raiders. I'm telling you right now, Mariota is not going to take any team to a playoffs anytime soon. He's good enough game. What do you call those? Change of pace quarterback that comes in for 1 or 2 plays.
Got there eventually.
He's not going to carry a team. Gardner Minshew, same thing. He's crap. The only guy I do believe in is Mitchell Trubisky, but that's just me personally.
Yeah, Denver should draft a quarterback. They're going to be kind of in the middle, I think, of the draft, and the quarterbacks this year aren't really jumping off the paper. I think there's only going to be 1 or 2 drafted early this year, and then you're going to see the third quarterback going closer to 20 than closer to 1. So Denver possibly could get a little bit of a steal this year. They should have just freaking drafted Justin Fields, but hey, go ahead, keep doing your thing, John Elway. Have fun with Teddy Bridgewater and Drew Lock.
Well, so I think 2 things will happen. One, ESPN and NFL Network, the hype machines will get involved in the offseason because they need content, and they're going to push some third QB into the mix, right? Like if there is 2 that are there, somebody will get shoved into our faces going in like closer, nonstop
like
hype.
Jones last year.
Mac Jones, Zach Wilson, like Trey Lance started moving. They put it in there where it's like all of a sudden we got 5 QBs. It's like, really? When was the last time that there were 5 good QBs in a draft? Never. But all of a sudden now there's 5 QBs that should be going in the top 15. So that's just journalism at its finest.
I'm sorry, Tony. Joe just like conveniently took a bite of a big ass burrito. Just like so casual with it.
No,
my wife bought me a big old breakfast burrito, so I'm not going to just let it sit.
Anyways, you know what quarterback could save the Broncos if they really wanted to be saved? He's wearing number 9.
Oh.
There you go, Omar. Trace McSorley.
Who is that?
It's
Trace McSorley.
it's for young people, Tony. So we'll just move on to the next topic.
Oh, clearly it's for young people. It was auto-tuned and it was shitty. Like it was
a parody song. It's a parody song about Trace McSorley.
All of your music sounds like parody song. All of it.
You know, all of your music sounds like old-timey black and white song.
Garbage.
What do you think about that, Mike?
That would actually probably get me off of their fandom. I would probably be done at that point.
I think the Los Angeles Chargers need to move to Oakland and become the Oakland Chargers.
They better not call themselves the Chargers that moved to Oakland. They better be fucking something to do with Pirates, like a wannabe Raiders.
There's no way that any team will ever end up back in Oakland unless it's like a minor league system of some kind.
Except
you know why the Chargers are named the Chargers?
Why the Chargers are named the Chargers?
Yeah.
SDG&E Electric Company?
No, it was actually decided by a fan in one of those fan pick'ems.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Chargers. I don't know this one. I don't know the answer to this trivia question.
I don't know why either, but it was something about being like they like the plug-in stuff. But yeah, it was actually named by a fan. The Chargers were named by a fan, but so were the Raiders. So I actually watched a video yesterday. That's why I know with Jake, a YouTube video. It explains everything that happened in the NFL and all the teams. Like the Raiders were named the Seniors, and it won by the fans, right? And then people got mad at the contest and said it was rigged. So then they just said, let's get rid of the Seniors and go with the Raiders. Did you know that?
Did not.
No, you know. Learning stuff here Sunday morning. It's early. Mike's learning stuff. Actually, yeah, it's actually a very interesting video. Big Ben is back. So instead of 189 yards with one touchdown, it's going to be 178 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 INTs, and 1 touchdown. Oh, yeah. Bodo's a big Steeler fan.
Yes. Yeah.
A big sad Steelers fan.
Mike, I'm not even joking. This better be double-digit victory tonight.
It should be. I should be making TikToks at halftime very confidently.
I want to see an angry Mike Tomlin on the sideline, and then at the very end of the third quarter, he just looks like defeated, flabbergasted with how bad his team is playing. And it's not even their fault. They're just getting destroyed by the Chargers.
Every time that you think the odds are against Pittsburgh, and everybody is, everybody's going to hold Pittsburgh down because of what they did last week against Detroit. They come out and they do something crazy and they win a game. I'm not saying that this is it, but it has a Pittsburgh victory win all over it, especially with Mike jinxing them yesterday.
Yeah.
I would love if Russell Wilson went to Denver.
It's a fake jinx. Russell Wilson going to Pittsburgh. I already called him and talked to him.
Oh, wow.
I feel like I've been saying the Pittsburgh thing for a while, and now I'm hearing a lot of people say the Pittsburgh thing.
Well, it's just me. It's not a lot of people.
But it was in a comment the other day.
I heard Joe say it first, and then I copied him. So I think I'm going to give him the credit.
I'm not giving any of you the credit. I've been saying this since the offseason. I said Mike Tomlin and Russell Wilson make the most sense together. Like that, you would go back to what he had, which was somebody who was accountable on the defensive side of the football, and he takes care of the offensive side of the football, and they win a bunch of championships for a well-run organization that would draft him offensive line. They draft receivers like insane that are like, even if they're average, Russell would make them better. Imagine if he had Mike Wallace, Martavis Bryant, like Antonio Brown. Like they always have great receivers come through there.
Yeah, that's exactly what Joe told me when he told me about this.
This is, I feel like I'm going to go back and find the video in the offseason where I said this on one of our shows, and everybody was like, yeah, Tony, that's not going to happen. You know where it'd be great? And I was like, okay, we'll move on.
Well, Joe said it on the hottest sports debate show in the game today, so I think it kind of trumped whenever you said it.
I did.
Yeah, you're right. I need a larger platform, like Friday Night Wars.
If Stephen A called for Russ to Pittsburgh today, like he's just going to take over that whole take from us. Well, from Joe,
Mike, I'll let you answer this one because I already know your answer, and I'm going to ride with you on this one.
A.J. Dillon, 30 points.
A.J. Dillon.
A.J. Dillon.
AJ.
Yeah,
Dillon.
knee and a heel. I am starting AJ Dillon.
Especially if Rodgers is banged up too. Oh man, AJ Dillon is going to get those quads and he's gonna start freaking falcon kneeing everybody.
Bodo, you know that wasn't a catch. I'm just gonna let you know that wasn't a catch. Auto-tune and shitty. That's what Renee said.
Well, he is a music producer, so I'll take his advice.
Chargers should move to San Antonio. Omar, that crock piece of shit owner of the Cowboys, Jerry Jones, will block any team that tries to come to Texas. He doesn't want 3 teams in Texas.
Who's gonna start/slit?
Owen.
I'm gonna go with start Nick and sit Chubb, and then start Chubb and sit Nick. You better start Chubb in every, doesn't matter, 32 man, 1 man. If you're freaking playing him in a negative 5-man fantasy league, you better be playing Nick Chubb this week.
Come on.
I was just gonna say that if I was playing in like a 6-team league, he would still be started. Even in a single running back format, he might still be started this week. They're playing the Lions.
Nick Chubb is in God's lineup this week. God's fantasy team has Nick Chubb in the lineup this week. You better put Nick Chubb in your lineup.
If Nick Chubb is not is healthy and he's not in your lineup, then just stop playing fantasy football at all times.
Detroit Lions, baby. The Lions. Their social media team said that they're not going to change their name from the Detroit Lions. Not Lions, Lines. They're the Lions right now on social media until they win a game.
Okay, you're spelling to me. Remember my difficulties.
Yeah. So just something that's straight and it's a line, or maybe you're getting in a line for In-N-Out at the drive-thru, or a line for Chipotle to grab a nice fat ass burrito and just.
But why wouldn't they be the Detroit Lions? Like we lion that we're going to win a game. They're the Detroit Lions.
Well, I think it said okay, we're gonna change our name to the top comment until we win a game, and Lions won. They even changed their profile pic. It's just a line. It's not even a Lions logo anymore.
But it's more fun if it's that we're lying. If you think we're gonna get a win this season.
Yeah, well, people that get paid a lot more than us came up with the Lions thing. So.
Okay. All right.
Not hating on them, but. That was a dumbass thing to do. You should listen to us.
I wonder if it's the dash, the third line dash, right? Because it's O-8-1.
That makes
it's
sense.
Just lines.
That makes sense.
There's 2 lines now.
That's a lot more creative too than what we were coming up with. Lying. Good job.
Well, there's multiple lines in there now, so they're the lines.
And resend it. But if Nick Chubb's the question, I'm taking Nick Chubb over every running back in the league this week. So,
I don't know what's going on. Joe Lee
asked if we should start or sit Nick Chubb.
No, he's not.
There it is. That's their profile.
It's kind of depressing. I think that I would love to have a drunken conversation with some of the Detroit Lions football team and just be like, yeah, there we go.
Stop Lions.
I like this better. Me and RC are on to something.
Does anyone have Swift today? Is Swift the only Lion that anyone's playing in fantasy?
Doesn't he kind of look like the lion, the cowardly lion from The Wizard of Oz?
Yeah, that's why when he got hired, that was my first thought, is that he kind of looks like a lion. Like he's the facial. If he grew the beard out, he would look like a lion.
Yeah, he definitely has the jawline of somebody who has way too much testosterone.
Do you think he gets a second year? I think he does.
Oh, yeah, I think he definitely gets another year. It doesn't matter, though.
Look at Omar saying Giants should get Trace McSorley and reunite him with Barkley, because they famously were the Penn State backfield when Trace McSorley and Barkley were both running backs for them.
Oh, I will not. I don't watch the XFL, so I will not see that reunited, and it feels so good. Saquon Barkley needs to play football. I have Barkley in a lineup, and if he doesn't play Monday night, I'm thinking about dropping him. I know that sounds stupid because it's Saquon Barkley, but he's torpedoed the start of 2 of my teams. And now it's you've been out 5 weeks. Come on.
Yeah,
We all saw what happened to my ankle. It didn't take me 5 weeks to get back from that.
It's so awesome. All the fantasy experts that hype up Barkley every year, and then he lets everyone down every year.
Kills me.
I
2
would go
leagues. Never again.
Bills or Ravens defense?
Ooh, so
tough.
bad.
I think I would go Bills, but it's really close.
I think I would go Ravens in this situation because maybe the game plan now is to run the football and try and keep your offense on the field as much as you possibly can. And it's not like,
yeah, the Bears don't really have a defense.
Do we trust Matt Nagy to take the bye week and actually do the smart thing, which is to continue to get Justin Fields on the move, continue to get him on rollouts, looking downfield? All I can guarantee you in this game is that Cole Kmet gets 27.5 fantasy points. That's the only thing I can guarantee you that's going to happen in that game.
Well, if he gets 27.5 fantasy points, then the Ravens defense is going to get shredded.
Not necessarily.
You agree. Go Bills. What do you think, Joe?
Well, the thing about the Bills is, and I'm trying to look it up right now, is their defense isn't as good as we remember them. And like in our heads, we always think, oh, the Bills' defense is better, is good, but they're going to go against Jonathan Taylor, one of the best running backs in the league, which is going to have to focus them there and open up everything else. Where the Ravens get the focus on Justin Fields, like a rookie quarterback. We've already seen him make a lot of mistakes. I would go with the Ravens in this one.
Ravens it is. Ravens it is.
I took out Michael Pittman against Mike.
Oh, and play them both. You have 2 running back spots and a flex. There's no way that there's better options than both of those guys.
Yeah.
Chubb or Cook. If you had to choose, I'd choose Chubb, but play them both.
Well, I don't like a 32-man league where you ended up with both of those players on one roster.
There's a lot of trading going on in that league, Tony.
Oh, okay.
I've seen I looked at the transaction. I think there's been 51 trades already in 3 weeks.
You know what, Bodo? I actually I think this isn't a bad idea. Like that's a good
he could pull this.
Yeah, he should be.
He should.
I would think so.
It's 2021. We can start allowing stuff like this.
Yeah.
Traits over Daniel Jones. Yes, sir.
Free.
With Chubb back, you guys still got any stock in Dearness Johnson? I don't have Dearness Johnson in any leagues, but do you think that Dearness Johnson's worth the start? Because Kareem Hunt still isn't back.
I don't know. I kind of like where RC's going with this. I do think that there's a world in which Johnson still gets maybe 12 touches, 15 touches against the Lions today. Because the answer is never going to be we're going to let Baker throw the ball 35 times today. I do have Juice going over 22 fantasy points, which now looks even more favorable without Donovan Peoples-Jones. Yeah, I'm going to say yes. I think it's a flex.
For me, it depends on who you're going against. But, yeah, I would be thinking flex. If you're really desperate for RB2, it's possible. There's also a chance that the Lions just get destroyed, and they don't want to risk Chubb late in the game, so they give Dearness Johnson that clock kill work.
Well, I think just the style that we've seen him in, he's never going to – it's not – Nick Chubb, they're not going to run him 35 times in one game because every time he runs, it's a huge collision. It's either with a defender or his head on a goalpost. One way or the other, Chubb's he's gonna get smashed by something. He never just makes a business decision and slides down and runs out of bounds.
He's a very savage style running back. Lamar-less Ravens or Kyler-less Cardinals, which team would win?
Ooh, that would be the worst fun game to watch ever. Especially if they couldn't start Colt McCoy and they had to start that other guy, Stevenson or what's the
him versus Huntley?
Yeah, Colt McCoy feels like a cheat code as far as the backup game goes because he has too many starts.
Yeah.
Although he looked terrible in the limited action last week.
He did.
I'm going with Huntley. With Huntley and the Ravens. And the coaching, Harbaugh.
Ravens or Cardinals? Of who the better team is over?
Without their quarterbacks, who would win? I just threw that in there.
This year, the Cardinals are the better team.
Ooh.
Overall, the Cardinals are the better team. right now, and they're proving it because they're winning it without Kyler Murray. They got blown out one game and won one game, but their defense right now is better than every team in the league. Like, they have a really good defense. The Cardinals are what the Ravens used to be. How about that?
So here's my thought process in these type of scenarios. I lean towards the head coaching. John Harbaugh is the better head coach. Cliff Kingsbury can't even be on Harbaugh's coaching staff. Same thing with this next question. I'm going with Vrabel over Rich Bisaccia.
That one's pretty easy. We don't need to talk about that one. What's up, same old? New York.
He's in New York today. So last week he was in Chicago. This week in New York. So you're getting the Jets-Miami game this week. Hey, you're just improving every week in the games that you get to watch.
Well, at least he gets to watch the Steelers on Sunday Night Football. Like, it's going to be sad.
You get to watch the sadness, though.
Mike, maybe for the fourth quarter, if the Chargers are up big, we'll just jump on and just have our own little fourth quarter bowl.
Yeah, I have a thumbnail and everything ready. I have a thumbnail, so if the
Steelers are up big? Can I hop on and be like, "What's up?"
You can do whatever you want.
I'm not going to promote it or watch it or anything. But
I was gonna stream the game, but I'm not gonna stream the game. I can't go through it.
No, it's not worth it. Not worth it.
Hi, Alex Robson.
Kittle or Ingram? Oh, damn.
What Ingram? Mark Ingram? I'm guessing because it's spelled that way. So Mark Ingram.
It's Mark Ingram.
That's really tough.
I'll stay with Kittle. Kittle's proven it the last 2 weeks since he's been back. I like what Mark Ingram's doing, but like, what do I always say, Mike? There's something that I always say, but I forget.
Fade the Saints. But yeah,
Fade them Saints.
I think that game's be low scoring. I actually got the Eagles pulling that game out, so I'm gonna go with Kittle also versus Jacksonville.
Dylan, this isn't gonna help, but I would go with Ingram. I mean, what if they just smack Jacksonville around? They just run the ball. Jeff Wilson. This feels like the game where Jeff Wilson Jr. has like 38 fantasy points.
No,
he scores like 3 touchdowns.
Trey Sermon shows up for one game. And
yeah, Trey Sermon week. Screw Robson. I was his biggest fan until he called me stupid. Oh, now you're Tony Tucker's biggest fan.
Oh shit.
We got to think about Cam Newton today.
What do you mean? What do you think about Cam Newton today?
Should I start him?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't love that move, Joe.
I don't either, but Washington has the worst pass defense.
They do have a bad pass defense, but their defense has been better over the past couple of efforts, before the bye week and after the bye week.
My two early games are Colts versus Buffalo or Green Bay versus – oh, so he got good games.
They don't even show the New York teams in New York.
Well, the Buffalo is New York, right?
I guess technically, huh? Yeah.
So he got a couple of great games this week. I keep forgetting about that Dallas-Kansas City game because we think there's going to be a lot of fantasy points in that game, right?
Here's how addicted and stupid I am. I want to have a player in that game in a league that I really care about. So I am starting CEH in my flex because I don't want to miss. I don't want to be out on that game. Like, I have CeeDee Lamb against Mike in a dynasty league. I'm kind of invested in that league emotionally. I really want to beat Mike, but there's no money on it, and my team is built for the future. But I'm going to start CEH off of an injury when Darrell Williams has clearly looked like the better back, just because I think there's going to be 84 points scored in that game. That's how desperately.
There will be money in the future, Tony. So you're making good investments right now while there's no money.
Yeah, no, I feel good about it. I wish that I would have gotten to Ramondre Stevenson a little bit faster, but don't worry. I'll trade that bozo and I'll steal him.
Pulled a robbery. Same Old Sports said pick 3. Tony, Beasley, Wilson, Ty Johnson, Conklin, Watkins, Deontay Harris, and Jamal Williams. That's a lot.
Goodness gracious. Who drinks this early on a Saturday morning when they're 16 years old?
You got to play Wilson when there's this choice here. Just the volume alone, what he's going to get. I like Deontay Harris. He's been doing well with Simeon.
I'm going with
Jamal Williams.
I'm going Tony, Wilson Jr., and what a shit show. And then I'm throwing a dart at Deontay Harris.
So we're
basically
close.
I'm just telling everybody to start a Saint because one of them is going to have fantasy points.
Yeah, it's probably going to be Harris.
I'll be right about one of them. I told somebody else to start Smith. Told somebody to start Ingram. You just name all the players.
You're going to be right about one and wrong about three.
Yeah,
That's
there you
not
go.
a good ratio there. I'm out on Tony. I don't know about you guys.
These people all don't know each other. One of them is going to come back to me like he gave me good advice. And I'll go with Harris. Conch Shell, not going to do it. Ty $, Johnson, not happening. Jamal Williams coming back from injury, not going to happen. Beasley,
I'll take the first three.
Rib injuries.
You hate on music. You hate on this generation's music. Then you start talking about Ty $.
Just because I heard of somebody doesn't mean I could name one of their songs. I could have went Tyga Johnson, but I don't know any of their music. It's not worth listening to.
I'm out on Tony, guys. You guys giving Tony another chance? I think 3 weeks in a row, that's enough for me. I'm wait till next year on him.
Monday night in a game that could have the Bucks up big, you have to have a little piece of Tony in that. And same old's a Giants fan. He's got a great last name. Put him out there. I'm starting Tony in 2 leagues. Same old. Let's cheer for him together.
I could be wrong. I've been wrong before.
I skipped all these because we already told you Kittle. We already said go Kittle.
Yeah.
We're not going to do that one because Omar always asks us those, but we're talking about today right now. But if I had to go,
I would start Mark Ingram. Start Mark Ingram this week, not David Johnson.
Played the Patriots defense. Hell yeah, that's great. So life is amazing.
Played against the Patriots defense. So life is the opposite of amazing.
Yeah, hence the angry emojis.
Damn it, man.
Sorry, I'm still trying to decide what quarterback to play. So you guys keep talking. I'm like,
okay.
Knox or Schultz the rest of the season. Oof. Knox is killing me. I have him, so I'm a little bit biased. So I'm gonna go Knox, but he's killing me right now. Schultz, what do you think, Tony? I think you should take this one.
I'm going with Dawson Knox because Gallup's back. That's 3 wide receivers. They have 2 pass catching backs. You can't. I look at it in order of where they would go when everybody's healthy because you can't predict what the injuries are going to be. So if Schultz is really like possibly 6 on the feed me meter or whatever you want to call it, Dawson Knox to me, when he was healthy in this offense, was right behind Stephon Diggs, and they can't run the football in Buffalo. Like Matt Breida looked like a breakout last week. The only reason he looked like a breakout is because they were like, who the hell is that in the backfield back there? They didn't even expect him to run the football or get those touches. So I would go Knox rest of the season, but a couple injuries, another Gallup injury, all of a sudden Schultz becomes more interesting.
Knox it is. We touch tips.
Anyway. If you're going Allen Robinson's inactive today.
Sounds like Bateman to me.
But is he talking? But I don't know which Robinson he's talking about. Is he talking about James Robinson, Allen Robinson? I don't know.
Well, the Ninja is a knowledgeable fan, and he has Steph Curry parting the seas down there. I would go with if it is James Robinson, I would start James Robinson over Bateman, just because you do have the injury concerns, but you're still getting guaranteed touches. You have Bateman having somebody making their first career start against a very tough Matt Nagy-led football team. Matt Nagy needs this win so bad, or he's going to spend his Thanksgiving calling, hey, Andy, just checking to see, Eric Bieniemy's still there? He doesn't want to give me a job anywhere in the office? Like, he's going to need to be putting resumes together while his wife...
Just said it's James Robinson.
Put me through a flaming table, Omar. I'm taking the Bills.
It's James Robinson, so we're going James Robinson, right?
J-Rob, yeah. Right. J-Rob.
Pats. I'm going with the Pats. I already said the Pats.
Patriots are a better team this year.
I don't think so. Chubb needs to get a shirt with a Hulk-like figure in a running the ball in a Browns uniform, number 24, and it just says Chubb smash. I hope so. Hopefully Chubb smashes the Detroit Lions today.
I think he just wanted to hear you yell Chubb smash a bunch, and he's going to turn that into his
Chubb
ringtone.
Smash. You should edit that out. Chubb smash. Clip it up. Anyways, what conference has better teams? The NFC has better teams. The AFC has more depth. Bam. Next question. Cam Newton is starting. I can't wait for all those people who picked Cam Newton up thinking Joe, play Cam Newton. Don't read that comment. J-Rob.
Yes.
It was J-Rob.
Jason Thomas, what's up, man? Raiders.
Jason, how's it going to feel to have a powder blue painted whatever kind of car that is?
It looks like a Mitsubishi. I can't say that.
Mitsubishi?
Galant.
Lancer?
Is that what it is?
That's what is that? Like, is that your mom's Subaru Outback, Jason? What is that? Subaru hatchback? What do you got? That's a Legacy. Good 4-wheel drive car for that New England weather. I know.
I want to see some lightning bolts off the headlights.
Is that a good old Chevy Malibu 1997?
The Ninja's asking who we got winning, the 49ers or Jags. I got the 49ers winning, but the 49ers are so up and down that I would not be shocked.
Yeah, it's crazy how well the teams in the NFC West play each other, right? Like, if the 49ers could come out this week and just dog turds all over the field.
They could win 13-10 this week. I would not be surprised.
I was just thinking about picking up Jimmy G, so thanks a lot, guys. I'll stop on that one.
I told you to go Jimmy
against Mike. Let's cheer against him together. Let's cheer against
ask for my advice and then be like, fuck your advice. All right.
Well, fuck your advice. Basically, fuck your advice, Mike.
I don't listen Cam Newton. All right. This whole Jimmy G banding together thing is not good. Me and Joe banded together on Kendrick Bourne and it didn't work out, so it's not gonna work out for you guys. Play Cam or suffer the consequences.
Jimmy Pornstar Garoppolo.
What? Chiefs or Chiefs? Chiefs, Brad? We'll go with Chiefs, I guess.
I do like it. Make it simple for us. I'll go with the Chiefs.
This is a fact. We're throwing out facts out there. We need some more questions. Start sits questions, trade questions, anything. Prize picks questions. I'm putting in prize picks on all the players we listed in Fantasy Score today. All the guys we guaranteed, I'm putting them all on my prize picks this week.
Oh, how many? Yeah, you got to have Cole Kmet several times then.
Cole Kmet's going to be in there. I'm going to put A.J. Dillon. I'm not putting Myles Gaskin because I didn't agree with that one. But I'm putting in Joe's guy. Who'd you pick again, Joe, for running backs? You don't even know. Don't even know.
For yesterday?
James Conner.
Oh, yeah, James Conner.
What was the receivers? Marquise Brown. He will not be in my prize pick.
I picked Cooks, remember?
Brandon Cooks.
Well, yeah, when you had to correct it. It's a Ford F-150. That is not a Ford F-150, Jason. I don't know anything about cars, but I know that's not a Ford F-150.
He has it on standby.
No. I want that car specifically in that picture with the bolt.
It's a Mazda 6.
Yeah, you can't ruin a gem like that. You can't. The Ford F-150 is going to get driven a lot more in the winter there too. So I want the truck done up.
Imagine if David Robinson played football. That dude would have been a monster.
Wait, what's happening?
Remember, because we were saying like what Robinson could have been? Could be James Robinson, and then
Christopher Robinson.
For fantasy, I think there's a better chance Andy Dalton scores points today than Carson.
I kind of like that game, Bodo. I wanted to guess Robinson's too.
Yeah.
Should I do this trade?
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts and Kamara for Mac Jones and Dalvin Cook.
Yes, right now. Where's the button? I'll hit accept for you.
I'd do it. If Kamara's hurt, you don't want him. I mean, you're going to take a downgrade to Mac Jones, but like we were saying earlier, the RB to QB differentials are way off. Dalvin Cook's a huge upgrade from an injured to Alvin Kamara compared to
and I've been saying it about Kamara that the Saints have been holding back how serious that injury is. Now we're 2 weeks into him not playing, and people are still like, "Oh, he's coming back this week. He's coming back this week."
I don't know. Him and
They're saying it's a bad injury, but the Saints are downplaying it.
Jakey, which guys you rooting for today? Let us know. It's good to see you in the chat, man. Welcome to the stream.
I need me a quarterback.
Bro, I'm just going to come off the screen. You just don't listen to me. You said
Okay, here's the other thing that Mike keeps pushing for Cam Newton, but they're saying that PJ Walker might still be involved in snaps and plays in the offense. Like,
well, and the thing is, he's going against Ron Rivera, and Ron Rivera was asked last week, "Hey, do you have special plays that you ever wrote that in case you ever played Cam Newton?" And he was like, "Yes, I do." So who knows Cam Newton better than Ron Rivera?
How's this theory worked out with Gus Bradley knowing everyone's offenses?
How did it work out last week when Dan Quinn went and took on Atlanta Falcons, right?
How did it work out for Gus Bradley versus the Chargers?
here's what's funny is I remember having a conversation early on when I met Mike, and all he talked about was how Cam couldn't throw the football anymore. And now
He can run the football.
He can run the football. You don't think that's going to be the game plan? Is to take away the run from him? Like,
do you think that Washington can execute any fucking game plan
With no Chase Young?
They just like
no Chase Young. Thank you, Joe.
Tom
Joe's
Brady.
now making my case. Joe's on my side. I've convinced him. Think about it. Cam Newton played 4 plays last week and scored 15 fantasy points. If he plays 8 plays, he's going to score 30 fantasy points.
That math is not how that works.
It's exactly how math works, Tony. I'm closer to high school than you are.
Don't give a shit. Oh, when I went to school, we called it arithmetic, by the way. So it's
Jimmy G's going to get benched because he's going to get destroyed by a Jaguars defense.
No, come on. Shut up. Just hoping the Cardinals can get it done with Colt McCoy. Kamara reminds me of CJ 2K.
I'm going to put this right here over Herbert.
okay. No,
Picked up Newton in 2 quarterback. Yeah, if in a 2 quarterback league, it's good to start Newton. I'm talking about 1. Felke in the house. Felke, who you taking today? Cowboys or Chiefs?
Chiefs.
Dalton Schultz or Dan Arnold this week? Go with Schultz. In my opinion, what are you guys thinking? Dirty money? Who are you guys taking?
Cam does like hitting the tight ends, but I'll probably go Schultz as the safe play. It just depends on if you need a high ceiling play or a safe play.
I'm going with.
Wait. Dan Arnold's in Jacksonville now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, play Schultz.
Yeah.
Play Schultz.
I'm going with Dan Arnold.
Of course you would. Of course.
You
can't just let all 3 of us pick one guy. You always have to go and take that odd one out. It's like
him a couple times in these discussions.
I'm sorry, but I happen to personally like Dirty Money, and I want Dirty Money to win.
You're acting like my kids right now when I go, hey, where do you guys want to go eat? And all of us agree on one except for one kid, and we can't go.
Well, this is America. We need to start teaching that we're going to go with the majority.
Myles Gaskins is a great play this week. We talked about it yesterday.
I live in a dictatorship, Mike. We go wherever I put the key in the ignition and drive to. That's how.
My bad. Put Dan Arnold in.
Right? We talked about this yesterday with Myles Gaskins. We say it's a great start, right?
You guys
yes.
can't do this to me. I can't do this with Myles Gaskins, so I'm not on it.
Hey, guys, Hawkinson or Arnold?
Oof.
Oh,
T-Hawk.
But why?
I think he was a decoy the last couple of weeks. I think T-Hawk's got
with Tim Boyle
healthier and healthier. He's coming out.
With Tim Boyle, you're going Hawkinson.
The Lions cannot afford to have a
T-Hawk.
decoy.
We'll outscore Arnold.
Yeah, he's a decoy in our shitty ass offense with no weapons. Who's he decoying him from?
I don't know.
DeAndre
But it makes no
Swift.
sense that he goes from getting 10 targets a game to 1 target a game. Same thing with Knox a couple weeks ago when he came back and he sucked. And then he sucked again last week.
I'm going Arnold. I'm going Dan Arnold.
We'll see who wins.
I'm putting in Hawkinson because you drafted him where you did and you're playing him. Unless you need.
I hate you guys. I hate you, Tony. I hate you, Joe. You can't go against me and be like, you're such an idiot, and then agree with me. That's not allowed.
Wait, who did you go with?
You bashed Myles Gaskin all year long, and then I say Hawkinson, and you both scoff at me, and then you take Hawkinson.
I took Hawkinson in that. I don't love it, but I'm playing him because it's where you drafted him. I have real issue with comments like this.
Are you going to start telling?
CMC plus anybody is lethal because it's all CMC, right? You can't order $1 million pizza and then be like, put a diamond in the middle of it and the pizza's $1 million. Like CMC has all the value for whoever he's playing with. So Cam doesn't become lethal because of CMC.
You CMC
It's
owners
CMC.
are going to be pissed off today because Cam's vulturing all those TDs away.
I hope he does because I'm playing Christian McCaffrey in a couple leagues and I'm playing Cam in no leagues.
No. You better hope he doesn't because I'm going to be coming on next week hooting and hollering about Cam if he puts up 25 fantasy points today.
Good luck. Cam's
you're
not.
You're going to go Knox because Hunter Henry already played this week.
Yeah, it's a good call, Joe.
Same old sports said he can verify that's how math works.
Exactly. What's Cam?
They fell, smashed the Chiefs.
Somebody go cut that out. That is not how math works.
I don't want the Cowboys to smash the Chiefs. I'd rather the Chiefs win. I don't know why. Oh, yeah, I know why. Because I hate the Cowboys.
How would you want the Chiefs to win? We want the Chiefs to lose. The only time we want the Chiefs to win is when they're playing Vegas.
I win or lose in this scenario. Either way, the Cowboys just get destroyed, and then I get to remind Falke when they got destroyed, or the Chiefs lose, and that puts the Chargers back on top after they crush the Steelers this evening.
Dak Prescott gonna remind the world how great he is when he throws for 4 tubbies.
Did you expect the Chiefs to win the AFC West?
Huh?
Did you expect the Chiefs to win the AFC West at the beginning of the season?
Yes, I took the Chiefs to win the AFC West. I
So
took the
them
Chiefs
beating the Cowboys does nothing to your prediction, so let it go. Let them win.
Who, the Chiefs versus the Cowboys?
Yeah, you thought the Chargers are going to make the playoffs, and you still think the Chargers are going to make the playoffs if the Chiefs win the AFC West. So it doesn't matter. We might as well see the Cowboys get their ass kicked.
That's not how logic works. Just because I expected it to happen doesn't mean I want it to happen.
I second Joe on this motion, actually.
I hate both of you. I hate both of you.
You know what?
You're a Chargers fan? I don't even know who to point at. You're a Chargers fan and you're a Raiders fan, and you both want the division leader to continue to extend their lead. Now, you are just salty. You're just being a little sourpuss because you guys are eliminated from this whole race in general. And then I'm disappointed in you. You're in a Justin Herbert shirt right now, talking about wanting the Chiefs.
Because the Raiders play the Cowboys in 4 days
against an NFC team, and a team that if they win, it does not affect us at all. It doesn't even touch us.
Let's go, Chiefs!
No, you gotta do
this. You have to clip that and use that for something. You have a Raiders. He's in a Raiders sweatshirt. He's littered with Raiders behind him, and he's yelling, "Let's go, Chiefs!" I didn't take it that far. I did not.
There's
take
two
it
teams that I cannot stand, and I will never, ever root for, and that's the Dallas Cowboys and the San Francisco 49ers. Other than that, I can see myself going, okay, I'll go for that team today.
Yeah, I hate the Cowboys too. And Falke has made me dislike them even more. So as long as like I said before, I don't really care who wins. And Mike, we still control our destiny as long as we win the games we're supposed to win.
Cowboys all day, every day.
Mike is not even a closeted Cowboys fan. He's a full-on, I love Dak. He picks Dak over Herbert and all of these things. He loves the Cowboys. Secretly wishes he was a Cowboys fan as a young child. So you're mad at me for saying that I don't care who wins? Shame on you for having so much love for the Cowboys. The Cowboys suck.
Yeah. Oh, look, I'm going to put it in a way that a lot of people would understand. Right? And this is the only way I could say it. And it probably might make you guys mad, but here, you want me to zoom in and say it? Fuck the Cowboys.
I'm ready for that topic.
All right, next.
Patrick
We're way
Mahomes,
behind.
MVP, baby. MVP.
Way behind on the comments.
Patrick Mahomes, MVP.
Wait, I didn't see that. Do I trade? Tony and Shepard for Keenan Allen?
Yes.
Yeah, you do.
I would. What about you, Joe?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. You did. We're all touching on this one. This is the first one of the day.
Well, wait, hang on, Mike.
What, you guys have more? Go ahead.
No. I just want to disagree with you at the last second. See if I could get a rise out of you.
Charles Barkley.
MJ. I'm taking MJ at receiver.
Charles Barkley all day.
I've been watching a lot of MJ highlights to try and convince myself that he's the GOAT. Not convinced, but he was pretty good.
You guys ready to welcome my friend in? TDs! What's up, TDs? Welcome to the show. TDs has a great question right now. Jeff Wilson versus Jacksonville or Michael Carter versus Miami?
Jeff.
Mike Carter. I don't know. It's tough. Jeff Wilson's going to get a lot of touches. I'm taking Mike Carter, but I'm a little biased. I got some investments in Mike Carter. So what do you guys think?
I'm going to go with Jeff Wilson.
I love Michael Carter. You know that, Mike. I have Michael Carter on my own fantasy team, but I am going Jeff Wilson this week in overall play. So go Jeff Wilson.
Jeff Wilson has like 1 4 TD game a season. This could be it.
I want to see the Cowboys and Chiefs play to a tie at a final score.
Oh, that would be epic.
I'll take that. I guess I'll take that too.
Yeah.
I'd rather just the Chiefs lose. Anyways, Cowboys 35-32. My score was 34-31. So me and TDs are agreeing here.
I have the Chiefs winning 44-40.
It's gonna be a shootout.
It would be the same amount. I don't get it. Okay, what is he? He's 12.
Saying you're 4 years old. I know you're thinking of the Raiders going 5-12. The Chargers ain't going 5-12.
He's saying that. I think he's talking about overall. So he's saying he'd remind you 195 times.
Oh, good one. That's a great one. That's a leg slapper.
Butker misses a game time field goal. I'm cool with that.
I'll take it.
Blocked, any of that stuff.
Thank you, Renee. Thank you.
What bias?
Mike, there you go right there.
What bias?
Your Charger love bias.
That's no Charger love bias. I've been preaching Cowboys my whole life. My whole life.
I forget I saw that comment pop in, and that was during that conversation, but I wasn't exactly sure. No Chiefs need to lose.
I also took the Dallas Cowboys to win the division very comfortably.
Well, don't the Raiders and Cowboys play on Thanksgiving?
Jason, thank you. Yes, they do. This is really what it is. You just want the Cowboys on a cold streak for Thursday because you know they're going to kick the shit out of you guys.
Here's ultimately what I would love. I would love for the Cowboys to win the game with defense, right? So they pick off Patrick Mahomes like 4 times, and Dak doesn't do anything, just like he hasn't done in several of their wins this year, so that maybe more people will slow down, pump the brakes.
Pump what brakes?
You heard me.
Oh, so we're having a Super Bowl preview on Thanksgiving, guys. There were Cowboys versus Raiders. Go check it out.
Watch this.
Didn't Mike say that the easy? Hey, Mike. Hey.
Oh.
This is the easy part of the Chiefs or Charger schedule right now?
Yeah, it is. We play the Giants and the Texans and the Steelers and all these teams in the next couple of weeks. The Vikings were included in that, though, so hold your breath.
Sean's a hardcore Dak fan.
Yes.
When I notice top 10 talent, I like to back top 10 talent.
But you're quick to drop it, too.
Drop what?
Mike Williams, Gallup, or Bateman in Standard League?
Who would I drop?
Gallup.
No, rewind a little low blow.
Standard.
I would go Gallup. I'm not trusting Bateman this week because I'm not high on Huntley like you guys are, and Mike Williams has been underperforming.
I just keep remembering earlier in the season someone was saying trade Mike Williams while you can. I forget who it was, but I go Gallup.
Mike Williams is getting a touchdown tonight.
We've been saying that, Tony.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen eventually. Yes, I agree. It could happen tonight, but I'm going closer to could than will. I'm stop saying will.
I'm saying tonight. I'm saying Mike Williams scores a touchdown in the first quarter of the football game.
I'm going to say Gallup scores 2 touchdowns.
If that happens, I'm shaving my head.
I hope so. I have Gallup.
No, it's going to have a good game.
Tony, go put that Favre jersey on.
I'm in front of a green screen. That doesn't. You can't do that.
Oh, the white Favre jersey. I'll give it to you.
I mean, look like a floating head.
Butker isn't Mason Crosby. Just dawned on me, Crosby. Maybe he's dreaming of a white Christmas that goes up his nose.
Oh shit!
It's why he keeps missing those field goals, or he's just getting old and that leg just don't work like it used to.
Is that how they party in Green Bay? Because damn, all right.
Well, at the truck stops they do, but like Mason, they're not over there in Oshkosh or Schwabana and all the Menominees. They're not partying like that in Wisconsin.
Dolo's gonna have a white Christmas with a lot lizard and have a great time.
From the sky and the snow comes from the ground.
You guys hate it when a star player gets hurt in a 32-man league. I never played in a 32-man league because I wasn't invited. But yeah, I'm sure it sucks.
You don't invite rookies.
I wonder, Felke, who do you have in that? Is it Kyler or is it D-Hop? Who's the player that's hurt? I'm curious.
I've had 0 injuries, knock on wood. That team is absolutely winning the championship if they can stay healthy.
Yeah, 32-man league is ridiculous. It's stupid. It's not even a great idea. Whoever came up with it should be fired.
Cowboys versus Chiefs is going to be like 2018 Rams versus Chiefs. That's tough still. Even with like the way the offenses are set up, that game was once of a lifetime type of game.
Yeah, that was one of the more entertaining games I've ever seen. Like I was jumping off my sofa, and I couldn't believe that Jared Goff was involved in it. And I believe that Dak Prescott is 10 times better than Jared Goff.
I still haven't.
And the Cowboys' talent is ridiculous.
I've not even watched that game, so I've just seen the score and the highlights.
It was crazy.
Been drinking till 6 a.m. Eastern. Got to take my nap and wake up and drink again. We'll keep you all in the background.
I love it.
Raider fans, gotta love them.
Who's got Survivor picks?
Shit, I'm out of my Survivor League because of last week.
I didn't get invited.
So wasn't there one person who won last week, Joe?
Yeah, the Cowboys.
Yeah, and they won on the Cowboys, which brings.
And this is how much I hate the Cowboys because I was gonna pick the Cowboys to win, and I was like, no, I'm not going with the Cowboys because I hate the Cowboys.
Oh man, should have picked them. Cards Titans is what he's rooting for.
Yeah, me too.
That'd be a boring one.
That'd be one hell of a game.
That might be more boring than the NBA Finals last year.
Cards.
Stop saying you're a Dak fan. Either you're a Cowboy fan or you're a Cowboy hater.
That's not how that works. Okay.
I'm with you, Felke. I'll get you back on this one.
No,
Thank you, Renee. I was not invited. You weren't invited. Tony wasn't invited. None of us were invited.
Renee about all these fantasy leagues, and he said he's not playing fantasy this year, and he's only going to play in one league.
Look, I'm going to tell you what Mike told me off the air.
And then
he wanted to invite his 67,000 Twitter or TikTok followers into a league that he could win because the rest of them suck. Just with his words, not mine.
How are you going to
statement there? You got to come up with some evidence on that one. You got to bring some screenshots. I need to see the receipts. I remember telling you that you were invited because I fucking hate you. That's what I remember saying. So go and screenshot. Go and screenshot those texts. And we'll see which one they're right.
I think I was invited by J-Fly. It was because didn't that
J-Fly invite people to my league?
But I think he was like, "Hey, Tony Tucker, are you going to play in the 32-man league?" And I was like, "I'm out. I no more fantasy football."
The whole idea is that I didn't do like a followers only league, so I did one.
Oh yeah, next year I'm doing a 64-man league, so everybody's invited.
Joe, are you a follower or are you a leader? That's the question.
This is what I'm going to do. My league next year is going to be a 130-man league, right? Everybody gets to start one player in the NFL, and that's it. So you get to draft one person, and if that person wins every week, outscores the other one, you win.
You know who I'd start this week? If I'd pick one player to score the most points out of the entire NFL, Dak Prescott.
Why didn't you go Joe Burrow? That would have been better. It would have been like, oh, got you. It would have been something stupid like that.
You passed up
Should I play Cam Newton or Ryan Tannehill?
Cam.
Go Tannehill. Don't buy into Mike's Cam Newton shit.
For a quarterback, Tony. Yeah.
I talked about Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill will get you 24 points. Put it on the board. Tannehill, 24 points.
Well, Cam's getting 25
right here. Right here, 24 points. Ryan Tannehill. Lock it in.
Damn, that's a bad look for me. I just took Dak, and then I had Russell Wilson on that graphic. He's green. What's up, buddy?
Feed it, Mike.
I already did. I put him in the beginning.
That's like the 6th iteration of that goldfish. You just keep buying a new one so you don't seem like a monster. Flush them down the toilet every
Not even
Thursday.
a damn goldfish. He's blue. You ever seen a blue goldfish before?
Sure. When you don't change the water.
Yeah, it changes colors. It's pretty cool, huh?
I don't know. It's a fish. Fish might be the worst pets ever.
Where we at? Jason Thomas wasn't invited. Dak or Carr? Who are you taking?
Dak by a freaking mile. I'll take Dak rookie year over Carr's best season of his career.
Oh, Mike, you're dodging him?
I've never been asked about a PS4 Madden game, so yes, I have been, I guess.
We didn't see this one. Steelers defense or Ravens defense?
It's the Ravens D.
Yeah. I would go Ravens defense.
The Steelers might be without TJ Watt. They're without Minkah Fitzpatrick. They're without Joe Hayden. Like, I'm wearing a Chargers jersey, but come on.
No, you're right. Steelers are banged up. They're really banged up going into this game. So you would want to go with the Ravens defense, especially going against a rookie quarterback, like I already mentioned, in Justin Fields, that you've seen him make mistakes. Even though he has been improving, you've seen him make those mistakes, and you want to capitalize off those. I'll play in a free league. Anybody will. Jay Williams or Pollard this week? I would go Pollard. I like Pollard this week. We talked about it a little bit yesterday, right? We think that's going to be a high-scoring game, and Pollard's going to be part of it.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with Pollard.
Yeah, I would start Pollard.
That's pretty good.
Ted Finn Jr.
Pretty good.
Is that your fish's name?
No, it's not. I actually named him first name Joe, last name Sucks. My fish's name is Joe Sucks.
Tony with the fish hate.
Yeah, what's up with the fish hate? You can hate on the Cowboys. Start hating on
CH or Emmanuel Sanders? Who you guys taking?
Emmanuel Sanders.
Emmanuel Sanders.
Aha.
Tony, what?
Back CEH. Let's go. Let's hear it. I want to see to the grave backing of CEH.
No. Listen, I said I'm stupid for doing what I'm about to do, but I need to have a player in that game in a league that I care about. It's like a weird addiction to like needing to have a piece of the action within the action. I can't explain it very well.
The explanation is that you're delusionally supporting CEH till the end of the season.
I think my delusions are supported by.
Well, Emmanuel Sanders hasn't done crap, right, in the last couple of weeks.
Not being good.
I don't know, Tony.
I can see Joe's screen.
Listen, Tony. They're coming to get you.
What you gonna do?
They're coming to get you because you jumped off the CEH bandwagon quick as hell.
Okay, nobody ever answered my question, so now I have to make the decision on my own.
Like Cam, I've been saying it the whole episode.
It's not about Cam. It's about my backup running back. Which one am I going to snag off the waiver wire in case of injury?
Look, just to go back to that one, I'm going CEH over Emmanuel Sanders. You guys can cut that out, put it up there next week, and say Joe was right.
Someone answered your question, Tony.
No, they did not.
If I was in a league with Tony Tucker and Joe, well, we can make that happen. Mike, give up your spot in the war of attrition and give it to him.
You don't want my team. The worst.
Tony hates fish because when he was a kid, fish were the size of condiments. Oh,
Continent.
I said condiments. You can see where my mind's going. Jeff Wilson. Did we already answer that one?
We didn't. This one's really tough. Joe, throw up the running back graphic.
Go ahead, throw it up.
Myles Gaskin, 22 fantasy points today. The sad thing is, I think Jeff Wilson Jr. now without the injury, I think Jeff Wilson Jr. could go for like 38.
Gaskin.
I'm thinking that we're gonna see Trey Sermon do some stupid stuff. I blew off Renee's last comment. Sorry. I apologize.
No. You did. I know which one he's talking about. You said the thing about free leagues. He said he was talking to Mike, and he wanted Mike to know the reason I don't play in any air leagues is because you hustle and you steal cash from me. But I will play in a free league.
I play in one league for money, and it was one I was invited to. It's not one that I run. I don't play in any money leagues either.
I play in a lot, and I need to break to my wife that we're not winning any money this year. So,
Devontae Smith or James Robinson? I'm going James Robinson.
J-Rob, yeah. I'm going to go J-Rob.
One sentence limit.
Especially if like Tony's running the comments by himself, then you cannot be putting more than like 3 words in these comments.
I have the basic. I'm not smart. I'm not a smart man. So if you make it like you can ask my wife, like there'll be a column or an article, and I like the headline of it, and I'm like, I'll send it to my wife, and she'll be like, "Oh, that's a good article." I go, "Oh yeah, what did it say?" Because I didn't read it. I sent it to you so you could read and then tell me about it. That's how I do it. Delegate stuff.
I might use that one day.
Miles Gaskins, Foreman, or Jeff Wilson. Pick 2. I'm taking Gaskins and Wilson, but you guys can probably differ than that.
I agree with that.
Gaskins and Wilson. I am starting Foreman in 2 leagues, so I'm cheering for him. But I would go with Gaskins and Wilson if I had a choice.
We can redo it. Same old. Tony only hates fish because when he was a kid, they were the size of condiments.
You mean what? Oh, it says
my bad. That shows where my mind's at. You played it.
It was we started that. Oh, that was a great replay right there. James Conner or Najee Harris.
You got to play Najee against the Chargers, and they're down 2 defensive tackles too.
Start Najee Harris 100%.
Yeah, you got to start Najee, but why aren't you starting both? Why can't you start both?
I'll try and find Connor in my lineup. If you got a flex spot, I'll probably put him.
Rashard Higgins, is he playing today? I believe so, right? Because Peoples is out.
Yeah, Peoples-Jones is out. Peoples-Jones is out.
That's the hands of a DB, ladies and gentlemen.
Not a very good DB either.
we gotta. I think you gotta play if you need a long shot. Rashad Higgins, we're worth a look. Although there might be some better options there. Try and get somebody in that Chiefs Cowboys game again.
I'm telling you right now, I am starting. I picked my quarterback this week, and because I had Lamar Jackson, and we talked about this throughout the show. I finally found the quarterback that I'm going with, and you guys are probably going to laugh at me, but I don't give one rat's. But I'm going with.
Say it, Joe. Say it.
Baker Mayfield.
Oh, damn it. You were so close. The correct answer was Timothy Boyle.
Yeah, I thought about it. Tony, we were talking about how this sounds like a game that Detroit would win with Tim Boyle, right?
Yes.
Should I play Jonathan Taylor?
You get to talk to shit to that person forever that you beat them in fantasy with Tim Boyle. Take that chance. Live that dream, Joe Morley. Mike, what if I actually talked him into starting Tim Boyle into a league? What?
Hey, you know what? I might just do it.
Help me, Mike.
I'm not a part of this scenario. There's only one man. There's only one man in one position on one team who's played in one game, who is the one in your heart and the one on the field. You guys need to put him in your freaking line.
Oh my goodness!
Come on, Tony.
You guys are making me against Cam Newton. I don't want to be.
I would start Tim Boyle, and I would do it just for the facts that you said that if I won this league this week, I could just talk so much crap about it. But I'm starting the Browns defense, so I can do it
against your own.
Yeah. Conflict of rooting interest right there. Let's wrap this thing up. We got 15 minutes. I got my own lineup things I got to do.
Yeah,
Matt Ryan tripled his output versus previous weeks. See, not only did we get it right, we said we picked the guy who would outscore the other guy 2 weeks in a row. And look at that. We helped you out, Bodo. You're welcome.
Yeah. Russell Wilson scored more points in 1 week.
Steve Young.
Yeah, I need to go too because I need to go and try and get a positive attitude back from somewhere. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. But
Why don't you put your Cam Newton jersey on?
Yeah, that might help. Someone send me a Dak Prescott jersey, please. Also, I don't have one yet.
There's a reason you don't have a Dak Prescott jersey.
I will get one. Don't you worry.
No, I'm saying
got to win one of these J-Fly bets.
If you're buying used ones, nobody's given up on Dak yet.
Well, I found a bunch of Derek Carr jerseys that I've left on the shelf.
People are giving up.
Burlington Coat Factory, very good place to go to. One of our sponsors here at the Ward. I'm just kidding. Burlington Coat Factory. In my hometown, Burlington Coat Factory has a lot of Chargers jerseys. If you guys want a Herbert, Keenan Allen, they have tons of them.
I'm going to put my prize picks in right now on the air then. Who are the guys? AJ Dillon's one. Where are you, AJ?
So download Prize Picks app. Use the promo code Warzone. We here at the Warzone we will match up to the first $100 that you deposit, guys. That Tony and Mike and I will put that in your account right away.
100%. 100% of your first deposit too. And that's a 100% fact that Joe just said.
What else we got? Oh, we're on the road to 2K, guys. 2K subs. So please help us out. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Send this to your family and friends. We're, like you said, you guys are here joining us. We're live every Sunday morning at this time at 8 a.m. Pacific time. Sometimes we're a little bit late, but because Mike wakes up late. But around this time, we do stardom sit-ems just like we did today. We give you everything that we're talking about. Help you set your lineups, and hopefully you guys win your matchups. Playoffs are coming up. I know we're about 3 weeks away from the end of the regular season of the fantasy football. This season is going by so quick. But guys, just help us out. Taking that 1 or 2 seconds to send this to your family and friends and getting them to help subscribe. It helps us out a lot. Bodo winner, we appreciate everything every week that you come back. Thank you very much. But yeah, any last second questions, guys? If you guys got your last second questions, we got about 2 minutes, and we'll get those on the screen real quick. 2 minutes, as you can tell, because we got to go and do our own thing. Omar, I am playing Retro Bowl, but I suck. I suck at it. But my son Jake is playing Retro Bowl, and he's telling me he wins the Super Bowl all the time. And then I tell him that he has it on rookie mode, and I look, and it doesn't. It just means I suck, and he's good at it. I don't know.
That's funny.
Yeah. I suck, dude. Like, I won one Super Bowl, and then after that, I can't win anything on there.
Nobody's told me what this is.
Retro Bowl is like an old Techno Bowl, but you could download it on your phone, and you can only play offense. You can't play defense, but you build your team. It's kind of like, but it looks like the old school, Nintendo football game.
The old 8-bit graphics. I'm so excited. If anybody wants, I haven't seen the movie yet, but a little piece of my childhood, one of the greatest Christmas presents I ever got was a Nintendo, the old 8-bit Nintendo. And there's a Christmas movie coming out starring Neil Patrick Harris on HBO called 8-bit. And I can't wait to see it. It's going to be very nostalgic filled moments for me.
Also, yesterday we pulled off a big 3-way trade in our War of Attrition League.
Everybody think I got the raw end of that deal.
Everybody thinks you did?
No, I'm saying if you told people what that trade was, they're going to say that I got the bad end of that deal.
I got to pull it up real quick. I can try to pull it up. Renee still says he still has his Nintendo. Do you remember how awful the Pixels was?
Oh yeah, it was terrible, but it was the best.
So we completed a 3-way trade, which I received. I don't know how to read this because it's the way it's set up.
You just talk about who each person received. That's it. Did you freeze or did you forget how to read? Okay.
All right. So I received Damian Harris, Jalen Waddle, and Jamar Chase. Tony got Rob Gronkowski, Kareem Hunt, and Cole Kmet. And Mike got Tyler Boyd, DJ Moore, Nick Chubb, and Sutton. Right? So that was a 3-way trade. I ended up trading Damian Harris. I ended up getting Tyler Boyd back from Mike in a trade later on, and I traded Tyler Boyd and Harris, and I picked up Jonathan Taylor this morning. So the War of Attrition League is looking like it's going to be mine pretty soon. Let you guys know. Retro Bowl's coming to the Switch. Oh, my son's going to love that because he loves playing the Switch. You have the Nintendo with Mario and Duck Hunt and Duck. Woo! Let's play. Let's hook up. I'm going down to Duarte today. Let's go. Let's do this. Any last advice, Tony?
Why would anybody go to Duarte? Are you fucking with me? What are you talking about?
I want to go Sunday. Play Nintendo.
No, you need to be at home in front of your TV, cheering your Raiders.
Mike, I was just answering this with Omar, and I am still playing it, but I'm not good at it, and I get pissed off and I have to quit like half through the game. But yeah. Anyways, guys, it is 9:50. We are 10 minutes away from game time. Hope you guys have a great Sunday. Hope you guys go out there and dominate your leagues, and we'll see you guys next week. Oh yeah, Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app. Anything else, Tony? One last thing?
No, I'm good.